What's going on? Oh. All right, off the bat. Look how cool that is. So as you probably noticed from the title of this and the little shot just a few seconds ago, I am out at the Tiadaghton State Forest in the Pennsylvania wilds. We're on the edge of the wilds, doing the Golden Eagle Trail. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and yesterday Forest and Streams and I were talking about what we're going to do this weekend, and kind of threw out Golden Eagle and thought, hey, you know what, that's a great idea, let's just go do it. So here we are. We just started. Check this out, little small pine tunnel here. So it took us like, what, about 2.5 hours to get out here?
Yeah.
So about 2.5 hours. Probably took longer to get out here than I slept last night. So it's gonna be an interesting hike. It's about 10 miles round trip. We're gonna do quite a bit of a climb to get to the top. And then I think a good majority of it's up on top of the mountain. So it should be interesting. There's gonna be some views. It's been a very interesting foggy drive in. That was really kind of cool. So we're gonna see what the Golden Eagle Trail has to offer. Don't fall down that chute. Register? Is this a register? I have no idea. Yeah, here's the register. But I don't see a pen or anything there. So we're here. All right, bring it back when we start seeing more stuff. So we are about 4/10 of a mile in, and this is where you run into the Golden Eagle Trail. We've been on an access path up until right now. So this is kind of what we have to look forward to. This will be where we come back down, or maybe that's where we're going to go up. Maybe we'll go up that way. We'll come back this way. Which way are you headed? Right? All right, so yeah, we're going to do the climb first. All right, so we're making the right at the junction where you leave the access, and this is kind of a, I don't want to say like a pilgrimage hike for me, but it's got a little meaning to it, because hopefully, and I'm pretty sure you can, at some point when we come around the other side of this loop, we're gonna be able to look across directly behind me here, all that's covered in fog, and over there is the mountain for which my company is named after, Hemlock Mountain Outdoors. So Hemlock Mountain is right over there. And I chose that name specifically because it is a mountain in Pennsylvania, and I'm based in Pennsylvania. And this is the first time I've gotten over this trail to actually take a look at it. And the logo is actually based on the outline of Hemlock Mountain and the mountain beside it. There is a trail that goes directly over Hemlock Mountain. That's called the Black Forest Trail, and that is on my list of things to do. Hike up and over the mountain. I just gotta find the time to do it. It's a little bit longer of a trail. I'm not sure the distance on it, but it'd take a couple days at least to do, to backpack it. So definitely on the list of things to do, but very happy to be out here doing this hike and seeing these views. This is just incredibly gorgeous out here. But a little color hanging on in these trees. We had some rain past was it Halloween? It's a Thursday night, and Pine Creek behind it will actually, whatever this little tributary is here, I'll take a look on the map, is flowing pretty good. Pine Creek is really high. There's some flooding on the road 414 on the way up here, so we weren't sure what we'd come across when we got out here. but since we're heading up, I think we'll be fairly dry. But me and these trails with orange blaze, they're everywhere in Pennsylvania. All right, off we go. Right there. That is Hemlock Mountain. It's not a steep climb, but when you're just starting, it's something. Yeah, so you can see how it comes down the mountain next to it. It's kind of the Hemlock Mountain Outdoors logo right there. All right, we're gonna move on. So we are on the Ascent here, and we're kind of taking our time. We had one group pass us, so we kind of waited for them. But everybody loves fall, right? You love the colors. Then those leaves fall, and you got this. That doesn't look like much, right? But you can't see what's underneath all this. So you're walking and there's rocks, and they're slippery, or you think there's going to be ground there. It's a hole, or acorns, and you go rolling. This is the steepest part we've been on so far. It's been fairly gradual, but you can see that's straight out. There's Rocco down there, so he's only about 25 feet away, and he's a good 8 feet lower than I am. So decent pitch. It has warmed up. There you go, fall again. Warmed up a little bit. It's only supposed to get to like the 40s today. So this is probably about as warm as it's gonna get. But it's warm enough. Hoodies off, hats off. Sleeves are up. Sun is shining. Not a cloud in the sky. We got this view coming up this ridge. Gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful day. So the first thing we're gonna come to up here, we're gonna get up this little part of the trail here, and then we're gonna kind of loop around. And we're gonna be at what's known as Raven's Horn, right? Yep. Raven's Horn. And there's a rock outcropping there. Let's see if there's nobody there. I'll go check that out. And you can hear the group I have, which might be closer than I thought. So you can see the blue sky up there. That's where we're headed. So we're at the first vista. Vista. Yeah, vista. But I don't think this is Raven Horn. I think this is just the vista. Because there's a picture of Raven's Horn in the map, and it shows us all open.
You're right. It's the second one.
Say that again?
You are right.
Yep. So yeah, this is just the vista. Pine Creek Gorge down there. Awesomeness over here. Slippery leaves down there. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful area. Definitely glad we're out here. We're only about 2 miles in. The incline was a rough go. Rocco doesn't get out to hike as much, especially this year. He hasn't gotten a chance to go out as much. So we took our time. Oh yeah, and he's hiking in new boots. So it's one of those things that's it's not steep, but it's just consistent. So it's just 2 miles of straight up, vertical, not vertical climb, but this is, look at these rocks. You got the, what's this called?
Can't remember.
odd name for a moss, but it's called, can't remember. No, it's
Is that like cabbage or something?
something. Somebody will tell me. Tell me in the comments, what is that stuff called? I know what it's called, I forget though. My brain doesn't work so good after small amounts of sleep.
Drink some water.
Well, I've been drinking water. Look at that. I actually got the hydro pack on today. Haven't had the full hydro pack day pack thing going on. That thing is loaded. Loaded. But gorgeous spot if you're in north central PA and you're looking for a place to hike. The Golden Eagle Trail is a nice one so far. Only 8 miles to go. And it's daylight savings tonight. Gonna be all messed up tomorrow. That's alright. Got to see Hemlock Mountain. Right behind me. How awesome is that? So we're just approaching Ravenshorn. Ravenshorn? Should probably get the right name for this. It's windy for one here. Ravenshorn. Just approaching Ravenshorn. And then we're going to let the people out there clear out for a minute. And then we'll go check it out. But
And it's good to point out that it's about 34, 35 degrees. You think?
that's more than that.
It's
got to
okay,
be,
37.
that might be 42.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful weather.
It is beautiful weather.
Beautiful hiking weather.
But there's the little pointy mountain right there. You can kind of see it through the trees. So there's one group out here, and they're right in front of us. Never fails. Bit of a drop. Just a little bit of a drop. Not bad for a Saturday, huh? Check out these views. Now I'm never gonna get them, but there's hawks or something right down here behind me in the valley. I don't know what they were. That's pretty cool. But yeah, this is Ravenshorn. Pretty cool. I'm gonna let Rocco get some pictures. Here's a pointy mountain right behind me. And we're going down that way. We're gonna go that way. Then that way. Oh, hold on. Alright, I'm looking like a tourist, but I'm gonna stop now. Leaving Ravenshorn. Doing a little descent down the ridge. And we're gonna try to make up a little time here there's a bunch of views along the Pine Creek Gorge here, which is what we're looking at down there. And we're at the southern end of the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon here. And then we're going to try to make a little time to the next set of vistas, like official vistas. We've been dilly-dallying. But as you can see, this is all leaves. That was all leaves coming down there. It's a little sketchy. So I'm going to put the camera away here, focus on this descent, and I'll get back with you in a bit. So we're not far from that Little Pine State Park I was at. That had to be 2 years ago now, almost 2 years exactly. And there's a lot of these rock formations like that out there. So very, very reminiscent. That's pretty cool. Not quite as many here as there are out there, but still kind of the same ecosystem, geology, that's the word I'm looking for. Kind of the same geology.
It is.
We're that far. We're somewhere on the trail. Let's see if I can find a spot for my poles here.
This trail comes up from the road on the other side.
I'm just gonna drop those on the ground. All right, you got the map.
I got the map.
There's the map.
Here's the map.
We're at the road.
So this is about the 7 mile mark, going the other way around.
So about 3 miles, about
So-
3.5 miles in, something like that. We've got an old road for a ways, so we can make some time on that.
Yep.
And this is Wolf Run below us. A lot of water in there. But we just came. All right, so there's Pointy Mountain. We were just up above that. We just came down the side of this in like 6 to 8 inches of leaves.
Hence
It was
the poles.
sketchy. Yeah, look at the pole. Look at this pole.
Hence the pole.
Yeah. I even broke my poles out. I broke both poles out to come down. It was sketchy. I'm glad I did too, because at one point I stepped down on what I thought was solid ground. There was nothing under my heel, and I kind of like bent my knee back. It hurt. But if I didn't have the pole, it would really suck. So, yeah, I mean, that's... Look at that. You're right in this, in the hollow here. Wolf Run Hollow, something like that.
Wish we could camp here. This would be good.
Yes, that is key. There is no, let me get in the right light here. There is no camping out here. This is a wild area. So there's no camping on the Golden Eagle Trail. On the Black Forest Trail, on the other side there is, but not over here. So actually I'm gonna grab a Cliff Bar, have a snack, have a little water, and then we'll keep on trucking.
You know what? I'm glad we came this way.
It really is. So this is Wolf Run. We just passed a couple coming down the trail who started the other, went the opposite direction we came, and said we got a lot of this to expect. A couple creek crossings and some really nice views up along the ridge on the other side. So that's exactly what we're here for. Look at this. This is just evidence how much water is coming down. The rain we got. I don't think this is usually that high. Not this time of year. So we're at our first water crossing. Rocco just made it across. And apparently we got a couple more. And it's loud here by this creek. Let's see, was it slick?
No, but the water's fast.
Water's fast. Not slick, but the water's fast. So we'll just use the rocks that are here. Oh crap. So I'm gonna use this rock. Oh yeah, that water's real fast. Well, these shoes are only waterproof to a certain point. That got me wet. That got me some wet feet. Oh, that's cool. Oh my God, that water's cold. So cold. Yeah, that water was quite fast. So we will hike for a few minutes, and if it feels like my feet are still sloshing around a little, I might stop and bring out my socks. They are wool, so I'm not too concerned about that, but man, that water was cold. We got a couple more of those to go, so oh well. If you're afraid of getting wet, don't cross the creek. A lot of these really cool spots along the way. These boulders in the creek. It's nice. Looks like we got a cross again here. I think right here. Looks like maybe. Oh yeah. There's a blaze on the other side.
Oh. This would be the spot, right?
Yeah, so yeah, right there's probably the spot. All right, let's do another stream crossing. All right, so here's our next stream crossing, and I'm gonna put you away while I go across this. Rocco just went across, and it's a little dicey. This rock moves a lot, but there's not a lot of options to get across this, so hopefully I'm dry when I talk to you again. All right, well, made it across. Made it across, relatively dry. Kind of forgot, I'm not using regular shoelaces on these shoes. Got those elastic no-tie laces. I think that's letting water in through the tongue. So my foot's wet again, but I think we got one more water crossing maybe. Once I think we're done with the water crossings, I might just, they're wool, so they warm up quick again. Not too concerned about that. Beautiful hike though. Don't really mind the wet feet. Alrighty. We have made it up to Watson Fork. So that's, I think, Watson Run over on the other side. And we steady climb. There are a couple of water crossings through here, which, depending on your inclination towards water crossings, could be interesting or could suck. But I'll get a shot of Watson behind me. We're gonna head off. The trail goes to the left, and then we go up what looks like, according to the map, maybe another 200 to 300 feet, maybe of elevation in like a mile and a half. So it's not horrible. If it's like what we're doing right now, it won't be bad. But we're taking our time, just enjoying this. I mean, how can you not? Look at this. So we're gonna head up that way, and then there'll be a few more vistas up there. And once we get to the second vista, we'll start basically doing what we're doing right now, but in reverse, just going down the other side. So one more final push up the mountain, and then it'll be all downhill, hopefully. Yeah. Oh, and there's supposed to be a old logging camp or quarry camp or something like that up here somewhere. The map says there's remnants of a camp, like a stove and all that. The map for this place is really good. There's actually little spots in it that shows you all the things that you can look out for, like some of the rocks that we see and some of the just some of the features, which is nice to keep an eye out for. We are doing it in reverse from what the map suggests. to get that big climb out of the way in the beginning. So it's a little difficult to follow along in reverse, but not impossible. So on we go. So the map says there's like this old remnants of a stove and an old camp. That's not quite what I was expecting. I mean, I guess it's a remnants of a stove, but I thought it'd be like in one piece. But that's remnants. Apparently this is an old quarry camp, I think it says, in the Hall of Hemlocks, which that it is. So this puts us about 8/10 up to, oh, this is beautiful, 8/10 up to the vista. And then once we get to the vista, we're at the pretty much the top. I think there's another slight climb after that to second vista, and then you wrap around and start coming back down. But it's just gorgeous here. All right, so after the camp, I booked up the mountain here. Thought that was the first overlook right behind me, but it's just I think that might be there's like an old log fall, something maybe from a storm. That might be it, an old field, but not far. Maybe just that. It's just as you can actually see me. I like that. That's better. Not far from the next overlook. But I did. I hit that hill and I just boogied. So drank some water, caught my breath a little bit. I want to get to the top here, and then there's just two overlooks, two vistas. But it is gorgeous out here. Tiadaghton State Forest, Wolf Run Natural Area. I think I mentioned it before, and it was by the water, so maybe couldn't hear it, but unfortunately, since this is a wild area, there is no camping here. So if you're going to do this loop, you got to do it in the day. No camping, which is fine. It is gorgeous the way it is. I think that's my little loop. Should be real close to this vista, so I'll get back with you when I get there. All right. Well, that spot back there I thought was just tricking poles. So that spot back there I thought was just the blowdown. Was actually the first vista I was looking for. It was all right. I kind of looked at it, but as you can see, there's a white splotch, which means I have crossed over into state game lands. The trail does cross back into the state forest, so we do travel through the game lands here for a little bit, and it should be real close to the second of 3 vistas that I'll come across on the side. If you can even see me, I'm sorry, I know the sun's behind me, but I guess I go, which way's the blaze? Point me. I'm not paying attention. Attention. Okay, which way do you go? Okay, I see it. So I was always under the understanding that these marks meant a turn. They actually just indicate a feature, or to pay attention. Could be a turn, could be something else. If they're staggered, if the top one was over to the right, then that would mean there's a turn to the right. If it's staggered to the left, there's a turn to the left. But I was always mistakenly under the understanding that all double dots were, oh, my arm's getting tired. all double dots were turns. Not the case. But I should be real close here to the second vista 3. I'm using Maparika to track where I am, and Maparika doesn't show that first spot as an overlook or as a vista. The paper map does. So I was walking for a minute. I thought, wait a second, something's not right. That was the vista. So that opening right there should be a vista. So let's go check that out. That's the second vista on this side. So third overall. The second vista on this side. Not too bad. Some nice Pennsylvania farm field out there. I got one more vista on this side that comes up not too far from here. I think it's like a little whoop-de-doo. I think I go down a little bit and come back up. And then it's all downhill from there. So I'm gonna enjoy this for a minute, take a couple pictures, see what time it is, maybe make some food because I'm pretty hungry. And then continue on. Yeah, that's all right. Oh, you can't even see it, can you? Yeah, a little braid over on that side. That's Bonnell Run. That's the last vista. Now we start the downhill. It's gorgeous out there though. Absolutely gorgeous. I decided to skip the meal. I'm not too hungry. I mean, I'm hungry, but I'm not starving. And I don't have any more climbs. So if I get hungry, I'll stop down here by the creek. I'd rather have my alcohol stove near water just in case, instead of up here where it's kind of dry. But man, that's a nice view. There you go. All right, time to move on. See what we can see. Alright, so a little word to the wise. If you're doing this counterclockwise, like I'm doing, and you come down from Bonnell Vista, alright, you'll come down, and there's no real marking here. There is a sign, but you gotta remember, it's not blazed orange like it should be, but Gold Eagle Trail Get. I almost walked right by it if I didn't see a group of hikers come from down this way. This is called Dragonback, I think, or this connects to Dragonback. But yeah, I saw them come down this way, and we had passed them before, and they kind of waved, you know, and I was like, oh, wonder where they're going. Pulled up the map. Sure enough, this is the direction the trail goes. So just keep an eye open for, there's a blaze. There's an orange blaze down the trail a little ways. So just sometimes they got blaze and orange, sometimes they just have a sign that says Get. So we're gonna go down the saddle, and then I think this is the last real like up and down. I think we come down through here, and then up a little bit, and then down to the creek. And it's only 3.25 miles back to the car from here. So on the other side now, I did not record the descent after the trail junction. Caught up with that group that was in front of me. We talked for a minute, and then it just went straight down the side of the mountain, and it was all leaves and like rolly boulders and stuff like that. So that's all I could do just to keep from falling on my ass. This side it's nice, not as scenic as the other side though. It could be because we got some cloud cover coming in. It's just not as sunny, but it's still gorgeous. Like these trees, and it's not really coming out, but it's just really, really nice here. I've probably got about a mile and a half, I'd say, maybe 2 miles to the car. It's like this, it won't take too long. So I think down here it's just some of these creek crossings. Maybe I'll bring it back, if not when I see the next interesting thing. Now that the sun's coming out, this is really nice. This is Bonnell Run, this little creek here. But some beautiful colors here, the greens and the down leaves. Sun's making an appearance again. Very, very nice. Highly recommend this trail. It's not super easy. It's not it's not the rail trail, that's for sure. There's some steep spots, some tricky descents, especially in the fall here when you got leaves on the rocks. It's gorgeous. The view up at, even if you just go up to Raven's Horn and then back down to the bailout at Wolf Run and hike the rail trail back, it's a beautiful hike right there. But I highly recommend it if you're in the area, coming out and do the Golden Eagle Trail. And there goes the sun. It's finicky today. Making pretty good time despite the like 15 or so water crossings, just back and forth. I stopped even trying to find rocks. I just walk right through it. Now my feet are soaked. But this used to be it's like an old road that's since turned into it was probably next to this creek, and the creek is just taking over the road. So there's spots where the road's just gone. I've actually just gotten to some of these water crossings where you can see you just kind of dart around it, you cut back twice or 2 or 3 times, and I'll just head off up over this shoal and go around it. I'm getting tired of getting wet feet. Oh man, I get over there again. Yeah, looks like I get over there again. Jeez. Alright. It is what it is. It wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't, like the temperature wasn't dropping again. Yeah, gotta be over there. As you get these spots where you just got a couple rocks. Glad I got the trekking poles out. There's really not much you can do. Just walk through. Soggy wet feet. But I complain, but I don't really mean it. It's still a gorgeous hike. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Look at what I'm looking at. Beautiful. Oh, this looks familiar. Back to the trail junction. So that's it. That is the Golden Eagle Trail. It's about 4/10 of a mile back down to the car. And that's it. Good hike. Really enjoyed it. The water crossings on this side, on the let's see, so that's north. So the north side of the loop were a little brutal. It was constant, just back and forth through the water. Again, in the summer, probably not a big deal, but when it's like 40 and your feet are getting wet, it's a bit much. But what can you do? It's part of hiking, right? So down to the car. Definitely gonna need to grab some food of some sort, because not stopping up at the vistas and coming down that mountain, I'm definitely feeling it. But if I was staying out, if you could camp here, different story. I probably would have ate up there and just taken my time. But knowing that I'm going to the car and be sleeping in bed tonight, different story. So hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm hiking out looking at Hemlock Mountain. The Hemlock Mountain. Hey, you're sideways, which is very cool. Glad I got to come out here and see that. Next time I come out this way, probably the Black Forest Trail. At least a part of it, at least to get up there to Hemlock Mountain. Now, you can camp over there. So, at least I'm pretty sure. I'll have to double check. But I'm pretty sure it's like a backpacking trail. So I might be able to go hike up Hemlock Mountain and camp out in some Hemlock Mountain outdoors gear. That would be pretty cool. So it's nice. It's been a while since I got out to do a new trail. Very excited to get out here and do the Golden Eagle, because it's been something I've wanted to do for a while. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna meander back down to the car. See you in the next.